Hey guys, Uncle Ray, welcome to another episode of the Crypto Bellwether. On this channel, we cut through the hype and the noise to give you the non-biased information you can use to hopefully capitalize on the biggest opportunity in history, and that is this current bull run. Now guys, I'm going to talk about the next catalyst that I believe is going to take Bitcoin out of this down to sideways slump and take it to the next level. I can't be more bullish about Bitcoin and crypto. And I'm also going to try to give you a little more alpha. It's not financial advice, but guys, this is information I think you all need to hear. And hopefully it will give you some confidence and conviction to stay in the game. Don't get down on yourself. Don't start, getting away from crypto and not paying attention, because guys, it's go time. Whether altcoin season starts in the morning or next month or the month after, we're getting closer and closer and closer. And you need to have a game plan, and you need to have some conviction, and you need to stay focused and positive. Now, before we dive into this alpha, hit that like button. Now, a lot of you probably don't know, but I used to work for Bear Stearns way back in the day, so I've been, on the inside. I've watched 500 brokers at a time make cold calls, how they raise money in Wall Street, how they do IPOs, things like that. And this article just came out, and I read about 5 different articles, and it talks about Morgan Stanley moving to start active Bitcoin ETF sales. They have 15,000 brokers worldwide. And guess what, guys? None of them, and I mean zero, are pitching Bitcoin to their customers. Now, this article talks about some things, but some of the other articles talked about, as far as I know and as far as the research I've done, not one single brokerage house, not financial advisors, no one are soliciting their customers to buy Bitcoin and Bitcoin ETF or anything like that. Not a one. But multiple articles talking about like JP Morgan and Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs and a lot of, small house financial planners, they're all gearing up, and that is the catalyst. So let me tell you what that looks like. Now, basically, guys, stockbrokers make a ton of money. Financial planners make a ton of money. But a lot of it is you have to go get it, right? You cold call millionaires and billionaires, and you try to get them to transfer money to, your brokerage house and use you. Most really wealthy players have multiple stockbrokers, and the reason for that is because they give them like IPOs. That's like ICOs in crypto. It's free money, basically. And the more you have at a brokerage house, the more they'll let you buy in the IPOs. Now, that being said, according to all these articles, if no one's pitching them, but Morgan Stanley is gearing up, and a lot of other brokerage houses are. Now, I want you to think about something. Most people don't really understand Bitcoin and crypto, but it's starting to get into the mainstream's mindset. I personally have a lot of wealthy friends that want to buy Bitcoin, but they don't want to have to go learn a wallet. They do not like the decentralization part of it. They want to be able to just go, oh, yeah, buy me a Bitcoin. I'll send you the money, and it be done. They don't want to have to worry about, educating themselves or learning something. But now let's think about something, guys. When you talk about like the Goldman Sachs and the JP Morgans, not definitely Morgan Stanley, but there's some big players have their money there. But guys, when you have $50 million, $100 million at a brokerage house, if they tell you to do something or make a suggestion, you're going to do it. They don't need to understand Bitcoin. They trust their brokerage and their brokerage house. I mean, think about it. They gave them $100 million, $50 million, and said, manage it for me. So there's never going to be an easier sell, in my opinion. You know, when I was at like Bear Stearns, 500 brokers at our office pick up the phone, make hundreds of phone calls a day, trying to get more money out of their book and new customers. And you always have a sexy story. Well, think about it. Most people, especially wealthy people, have heard about Bitcoin. A lot of people think they have missed the boat. So I want you to imagine something. You're at Morgan Stanley, and let's just say someone has 20 million, which is a very small amount in today's money. And that brokerage calls that person up and says, hey, have you heard of Bitcoin? Yes, I've heard of it. But think about how sexy that story is. It's the #1 launched ETF in history. It's setting records. It's the top performing asset class right now across the world, right? It's outperforming probably every single thing in the majority of those people's portfolio. And you have Larry Fink saying, hey, it lowers the risk. It's a lower risk asset. It's a flight to quality. He said that like a month ago. Well, they're going to have that sexy story, and they're going to say, look, Mr. Johnson, you got, $20 million. We need to allocate, 1 to say 5%, whatever their story is, and it's going to help balance your portfolio and make it less risky. And we want you to buy X. And all they have to do is go, okay, get it done, and it's done, right? And to me, I would say, and this is just an educated guess, but I would say 7 out of 10 people are going to say, okay, get it done, right? And, take it out of my cash, or I'll send you the money, or whatever. But those other 3% that don't want to do it or say, well, I don't know. They may just don't want to send in new funds. But the odds are they're like, well, that sounds good, but I'm not liquid for, 200 grand or 500 grand or whatever. And they're like, well, okay, why don't we sell off your Walmart stock and take that tax benefit or whatever, and then we'll use that to buy the Bitcoin. Okay, get it done. So I think their success rate of those cold calls is going to be off the charts. And here's one thing I know about wealthy people, guys. Even though they're wealthy and they're smart and they've made a lot of money, they still tend to be like sheep. Monkey see, monkey do, right? It's just like buying a Bugatti or buying the new beach house or buying a horse or a big boat. Everyone wants to be part of that clique. And I truly believe that, when this all occurs, people are going to be at cocktail parties. They're going to be like, yeah, I just bought 3 Bitcoins. I just bought 5 Bitcoins, right? And their friends, their wealthy friends at the country clubs and stuff like that, are going to be like, okay, I'm calling my broker. And they're going to be able to call their broker, or hopefully their broker is going to be calling them, and they're going to get it done. I truly believe that's going to be a massive catalyst, and that's just going to be one more step to going mainstream. And guys, don't kid yourself. Me and you don't want to buy $70,000 Bitcoin. Damn sure don't want to buy $100,000 Bitcoin. But really wealthy people, $100,000 isn't even that nice of a car anymore. That's kind of like the entry point to a luxury car right now. So to write a check for a Bitcoin at 100,000, that's nothing. And then when that money goes from 100,000 and it makes them even 30%, which is nothing, right? Makes them 30%, and they're looking across the board at their $50 million, and they're like, wow, I'm only up 6%, 7% for the last year in my portfolio, and this asset that I just bought 3 months ago is up 30%. Well, they're going to probably want more, and then they'll start getting educated. And once the Morgan Stanleys and the Goldman Sachs and the JP Morgans of the world start to make this push to customers, it's going to put the pressure on the financial advisors, right? Because financial advisors, guys, all that, they don't really want to make you money necessarily. They want to keep you in the game. They don't want you to lose money. And I wish a lot of people in crypto would understand this. Wealthy people, their first priority is not to lose money. Yes, think about it. A guy with $50 million could throw half his net worth into crypto and do a 3x, change his life. But he's not going to do it because he could also change it the other way. He's already wealthy and they want to stay wealthy. Anyway, guys, I know I'm rambling on, but I truly believe that this is the best time in history for the average person to change their financial future. That being said, you're going to have a game plan. And if you need some help, I do one-on-one coaching. It's only $250 for 3 Zoom or phone calls. We go through your portfolio. We get you a game plan, teach you how to compare tokens, teach you how to dollar cost average in and out. And remember this, guys, no matter what, take profits or become the profits. I'll leave a link down below. And anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section. Are you bullish? Are you bearish? Are you concerned? Let me know. And hit that like button and come back and be part of this community. And guys, I'm telling you, as a friend, not financial advice, pay attention, really pay attention, focus, because guys, it's about to get good, and it could start in the morning. It could start 30 days, 90 days. But guys, we're getting very, very close. Don't let Wall Street and the big money and the whales just, get you lazy and stop paying attention and get you bearish. And then when they take it to the moon, they do it without you, or you didn't stack at these better prices. Guys, it's all good. All right, guys, that's all I got. Take care.